Hi, hello. My name's Mariah Ernest. You can tell by the name listed down below. Now you know. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about why I'm so fat. Now, I don't know if I just said my name, but my name's Mariah Ernest. I would like to start off with no. You've been outside. No. No. I would like to start off with my childhood. And as I'm doing so, you guys can watch me fold. When I was young, like very young, I had a very hard time gaining weight my entire life. I was always super skinny. When I was 12 years old, I only weighed about 95 pounds, and I didn't start to gain weight until like my 16th birthday, approaching my 16th birthday. And right now, I know I look fat because I got a lot of body fat, and I'll get to that in a second. But I'm not really upset about it. I would like my body to look a lot better, which is my fault because I don't work out because I'm lazy. But that also has to deal with my depression, which also plays in a part of why I was skinny for the majority of my life. I don't know if I talked about this on this channel yet. When I was born, before I was born, my mom and father, aunts and uncles on both mother and father's side, were heavily addicted to hardcore drugs. Not weed. They were addicted to, my mom was crack, I think methamphetamine, and other stuff. Some of my aunts and uncles were on crack, also on heroin. My dad did heroin. My mom never did heroin, mainly because of the fact that she's afraid of needles. And because of this, I had to live with my grandmother. And I think for the fact that my mother did use while I was in her womb, I think that's part of the reason why I had such trouble gaining weight. But the reason why I bring this up is to mention about my depression, to bring in some information about it. Sometimes I do make jokes about my depression. I laugh and joke about it because, yes, it is a serious topic, but if I laugh and joke about it, it's not that serious to me. The reason why I bring up depression, everything will make sense in a little while. But because of the way I was raised with all my cousins, well, the majority of my cousins on my mother's side, in a house, a 4-bedroom house, well, technically 3, but they turned the basement into a bedroom. And there was about 16 kids, I would say. And sorry. My boyfriend likes to put some of his dirty clothing in with the clean clothing, and it irritates my soul. Anyway, because of the situation I grew up with, I was diagnosed at the age of 15 with depression, but not by a psychiatrist, but by like a regular doctor at one of the hospitals, just I can turn into a rag. And that's a whole other story for another time in a video I'm going to do. Because it's actually something I don't really want to bring up right now because I know I'm going to cry because of what it's about. This can be donated. But because of my childhood, I keep repeating myself. Because of my childhood, I had very heavy depression. And after my mother got clean, she gained custody. And we moved in with her and my stepdad. My stepdad is a whole nother video, and in and of himself, he is is an abusive prick, an asshole. And I do not feel bad about saying that at all. Because it's true. Here's the reason why myself and my sisters wanted to kill ourselves growing up. We were perfectly fine when we were living in the fucking dope house. Like, we were fine with that. Like, we didn't want to kill ourselves until we moved in with my stepdad. And it's not all on him, but okay, let me not get into this, but one thing that he said sticks with me to this day. Not because I feel bad about it, but because it pisses me the fuck off. Now, here's some context. My stepdad, at the time, when I was living with my mom, was about 280 pounds. He looked like a pregnant man. Pregnant with, like, quadruplets. And I'm not kidding at all. So, I finally gained weight. And the way I gained weight was the doctor advised my mother to put me on birth control. And I'm just going to say this, I didn't lose my virginity until a month before I turned 18. So, it's not because I was being a little hoe. But there's no shame in people who like to have fun. I'm just saying this before anyone goes and judges. I was put on birth control, and within the first 3 months, I finally started to gain weight. It was maybe, I think, 3 months before my 16th birthday, after being on the birth control for so long, the doctor told me, basically, congratulations, you're only 10 pounds underweight. I was only 10 pounds underweight. For the majority of my childhood, I was like at most, or at least 30 pounds below the weight I needed to be. They thought I had thyroid cancer. They thought I had underactive thyroid, or the hyperactive, because thyroid disease runs in my family. So, the day, about a week before I found out that I finally am almost to my needed weight to be healthy. We went to the beach, and my stepdad took pictures of us, my mom and I. And I'm sorry, just thinking about this is pissing me off. So the day of me being so fucking happy that I'm at a healthy weight, I can live now, I'm just so ecstatic about it. My stepdad calls me down and shows me a picture where I have a little bit of fat on me, and I have my stomach finally growing because I was so fucking skinny all my childhood. He's like, you need to lose weight. And I was just like, I'm still underweight. He said, you can be underweight and still be fat. My mom was right there. I don't remember what she said, but she didn't really stand up for us too much because I feel like my mom thinks she owes my stepdad. It's another story for another time, but to this day, that sticks to me. Not because I feel like I should lose weight. Yeah, I am 135 pounds. I am 5'2". And I believe that's actually pretty healthy. Let me look it up. But my fat right now, I have a lot of stomach weight around a lot of fat around my stomach. And not because I eat a lot. Just last month, I counted the calories I eat in a day. I barely reach 1,000 calories a day. And there's something about the human body that a lot of people don't know. And it's, if you don't eat enough food in a day, your body will retain the fat that it does get. And even not eating, eating under a healthy amount, like under 1,000 calories a day, your body will retain that, and you will hold that fat. Your body will hold that fat. And I don't purposely eat unhealthy. The reason why I brought up my depression is because when it comes to eating, it's a lot of work for me. And a lot of people don't understand. I just cleaned my room, and you're probably gonna see this before or after I post this video. I just cleaned my room, and it's been like this for 2 weeks. That's how bad my depression gets. And for people who are gonna say, oh, you're just lazy, you're just using it as an excuse. No, I'm not. I have depression, anxiety, and because of my childhood, I have PTSD, all diagnosed by the fucking psych ward. Okay? So, for someone telling me, oh, you don't have this, I have it. I have proof. I'm actually going down to the Board of Social Security to see if I can qualify for disability, because being yelled at because I'm moving too slow at work is too much for me to handle, because it triggers the shit I went through with my stepdad. And it sounds like a sad excuse, and I realize how it sounds. Like I'm making up excuses. I'm just a lazy millennium, which, don't get me started on that shit. But my depression hits me so hard, I have to force myself. I have to force myself to, oh my god, what the fuck? What the fuck was this? Oh, what was I looking up? Oh, okay. I have to force myself to eat. And some days, my boyfriend has to tell me to eat. Healthy weight, 4, 5'2" female. A healthy weight for a 5'2" female is 121 pounds. So I'm a wee bit overweight, but I'm happy with the weight I am at. And I know in a video a few days ago, I made the comment, I'm not pregnant, I'm fat, I'm just fat. It doesn't hurt me when someone says I'm gaining weight. Because my mom, I would say about a month ago when she was over, she was like, you're gaining a lot of weight in your face. I'm like, yeah, and I'm proud of it. She's like, yeah, I know, like, you were struggling so hard when you were young, we thought you were sick or anorexic or some shit, and it's not that. Like, when I eat a healthy amount of food, I used to work in a Chinese restaurant, and we used to eat a lot of food, and, like, they would give us free food, and I would be at a healthy weight. I was at my healthiest weight I can ever be, and that's because I was eating a healthy amount, and I was also on birth control, so my weight was being controlled, so to speak. The reason why I bring up this story is because people's weight issue isn't always them thinking that they're too fat. A lot of people who are skinny struggle with the fact that they're skinny. And I know some people want to be more skinny and think they're fat because their mind is telling them because they're sick. I'm not like saying like they're sick, like fuck you, you're sick as fuck. But like their minds are sick. Just like my mind is sick because I don't like to eat because it's too much work. Give me a bag of chips and I'll be good for a day. And I'm not even kidding. Like I can eat a $2 bag of hot fries and be good for the rest of the day. And that's not healthy. And I know that's not healthy, but I can't help the fact that I'm not hungry. My body is so used to even the bare minimum of everything that if I eat 1,000 calories a day, I feel too full and I'll get sick. And I just got off birth control just a while ago to see if it'll help with my depression because I don't know if anyone knows this watching this, but birth control can actually help make depression worse for you. So if you're on it for a long period of time and you're feeling depressed, try to get off of it. I know some people use birth control for the real reason because it's birth control because they don't want to have little children. But, like, get off of it for about 3 months and you may or may not feel a difference. And I don't, because my depression is far more than just my birth control. And there's a lot of reasons I'm depressed, which is another story for another time, which is a lot of my stories. But this is just a story to help you guys who are having issues with gaining weight. You're not alone. And for the females who think they're too fat, you're not. And if you think you're too fat and you don't know what you're doing because you're eating a little bit of food, that's what you're doing. If you can't lose weight, and I know I'm a hypocrite. Excuse me. English, please. I know I'm a hypocrite because I can't eat more than what I eat because my brain tells me I'm already too full. You shouldn't be eating more. And did these get stained? Oh, that sucks. If everything you're doing, working out, eating the right amount of portions, it's not helping out, consider talking to a doctor. A doctor, if you have health insurance, is a lot more cheaper than talking to a nutritionist. Because a doctor can give you the same information about what you can do. Because certain blood types and stuff, like, you might have higher cholesterol, so they might give you a low cholesterol diet to help you out. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Don't ask me. But if you have issues with your weight and you're doing everything you can to, like, and you're doing everything you can to make sure you gain weight, but it's not helping, talk to a doctor. I know why I can't gain weight, and it's something I can get with professional help, but I got cut off my medical insurance because making $10 an hour working 25 hours a week is too much money. That's all I have for you guys today. So have a beautiful day, night, morning, or evening, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you.